I love giving my wife flowers, but I often joke around. I don't do it as much as she probably would like me to, but I'll joke around with her every time she's like, well, you haven't got me flowers in a while. And I'm like, you know what? Every time you say that, now if I go get it, you're going to think it's only because you just told me I haven't got you flowers in a while. And that happens so much. It's like, I was literally thinking about doing it. And then I'll just kind of blow it off like, well, why do you want those things? Who cares about those things? My wife likes fresh flowers, And I was like, well, they're they're dead. She's like, what are you talking about? Oh, they're just, how do you want me to put these dead things in the house? Dead, they're beautiful. It's true. They are beautiful. In fact, just the other day, my boys' school were giving out flowers and there's a little card on there inviting us to give into their gala. And I jokingly said to that lady, this dead thing? And she's like, huh? It's like, it's beautiful. Roses are beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. You put them in water, they'll even open up and last for a while, right? They're beautiful. But here's the reality. Those things are dead. Men, you're giving her dead flowers. They're only going to last a little bit. No, they're already dead when you gave it to her because they've been cut from the vine. There's no life in those flowers. The source of life is gone. They're not in union with the vine. It's like a tree, right? Look at the branches in a tree and they're doing their own thing. They're growing their own direction, but the roots stay the same, right? Same with our life in Christ, as we have our own life that we live, our own journey. Looks different from others, but we're all connected to the same vine that doesn't change. Yeah? And so we have to really grab a hold of what this union looks like in Christ and understand what it's about. In John chapter 15, verse 5, Jesus says, yes, I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will produce much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Just like those pretty flowers. They ain't producing fruit. Any moment now, it's about to be dead. Do you know how many people in the church, unfortunately, are experiencing that right now, and they wonder why it's always going the way it's going? Why can't it ever be better? Where is God in this? Well, have you removed yourself from him? Now, not in terms of salvation, but if you ain't running with the Lord, man, in his goodness, he's not controlling you. Can you imagine what this would look like? Come here, Omari. Come here. And if Omari was just like, I'm going to move my left arm up, right? But the Lord's like, no, we're going to do right arm. And he's just trying to move his left arm. And I'm just going to hold that back and move this right arm up. And if he wanted to go this way, but I want him to go this way, because I know it's better for him. I want to go he goes this way. No, you're going to go this way. See, that's what we say we want, but none of us want to be a puppet until it goes wrong. Well, where were you in this, God? Well, you removed yourself from the vine. You're saved, but you're choosing to walk the path that you want to walk. And so you get what you are deserving. It sounds harsh, but it's not. It's like, why isn't my life better? Well, why are you choosing to live the life you want? You can sit down. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I told somebody recently, don't get offended with me. I'll just tell you. I had to tell the person, don't get offended at me, but it's like, why is this happening to me? And I said, because you suck. Is that what a pastor is supposed to say? I'll explain. The way you're living your life sucks. Most pastors won't preach like this. I'm not doing it for anything. This is just who I am, okay? But when you live that way, this is what you're getting. If you want to go that way, the Lord said, go that way. I'm right here though. I'm not leaving you, but I'm going to let you live the way you want to live. And then when you wonder why things aren't happening, it's not God holding out on you, it's you're deciding to do your own way. So how's that working for you? So stop living that life. Stop being, pro-life on Sundays and pro-choice on Mondays. As we wear the costume. I'm a Christian. Look at me. And the biggest thing, let me tell you something. The one thing that people who are far from God or left the church or people just don't believe in God, the one thing they can't stand are hypocritical Christians. And they think there's more of us than there are not. You say this and you act this way, but you're really this way. And on Sunday mornings, this is how it is. And I was a youth pastor, okay? I remember how many times the kids would tell me what mom and dad were really like at home. Here, this is what you're seeing, Pastor, but they're not like that in real life. And that just drove me up a wall. Well, why not? See, we don't play Christian. And we wonder why things aren't going. I'm doing all the stuff. No, you're being religious. Abide in Christ. Remain in him. He's in you. You're going to produce fruit in your life. But if you do it your way, you go your direction, I ain't mad at you. God says, I'm not mad at you. I'm never going to leave you. I'm never going to forsake you. But if you want this life, I will give you this life. It's not what I want from you, but I can't make you do this. That's not love. You're not my slave. You're not my puppet. You think that's what you want for me just to choose for you. No, you get to choose in this. But if you walk with me and if you spend time with me, you'll always know what to do, because in our oneness, you'll do what I'm doing. Surrender your life to me and you'll see a life of fullness. But if you do it your way and you like that sin, I'll turn you over to it. Well, that just sounds so mean. How could you? No, I'm giving you what you want. So what is it going to be? Do you want his life or do you want yours?